Chloe. Hi, baby. Hello. Okay, so it's actually Wednesday. You probably just saw the video of me feeding this tier again, which is somehow still very full, but which is good. You know, I'm excited. But since I think we're getting closer and closer, like I really think the next feeding or two will be when we move to the next bin, I want to see how much worm tea, compost tea ends up coming out on the first tier here. So since I've never done this before, and this is going to be my first harvest, I have one of my trays that I just washed that I use in my butterfly cages, a plastic like shoe tray or shoe container, I don't know, just one of the dollar ones from Walmart or wherever. And I'm going to turn the spigot on and kind of see what happens. And I figured this is really interesting because I don't see too many videos online that kind of cover this. And since, well, in 2 days, the puppy number 2 comes home, I don't know that I want to leave this with a puppy, you know, who could get into it. Oh, there it goes. This is exciting because I want it to be able to drain free flowing, hopefully. Wow, that's exciting. And not have the puppy get into it. It definitely has an earthy smell to it. I don't say it smells moldy, but it's definitely got an earthy undertone, which is fine. Like, that's obviously what it is. So I'm gonna just let this run and see how far it goes. But this is great. Like, this is gonna be good for seasoning and everything in the garden. So I'm just gonna let it carry on. Okay, according to my camera, it's been 8 minutes and change. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and all this close enough. We're still getting a few drips, but I don't think it's gonna change too much. So it's a lot of worm tea here. Now the internet says you should dilute it a little bit before you put it in your planters. I just kind of want you guys to see what the last little bits are dripping in there. It looks pretty potent. At first I was like, why would we want to dilute that? But it looks like it is. So that's interesting to see. But I think I kind of want to make this a regular thing, you know, between tiers, is plan on emptying that worm tea collection unit area, whatever that's called. Because if you remember, this is, I mean, it's definitely processed, whatever, you know, all the juices and stuff that have been there. But, you know, I have to wonder, is the was that so full in here that I was preventing this stuff from draining in there, and was this keeping this wet? I mean, this is, why I have anxiety, probably because I overthink things. But I think I'd be curious to see, we're coming out of the summer. This box was set up 4th of July pretty much, beginning of July. So it got peaches, watermelons, all sorts of juicy summer fruits. And there has to be some percentage that is that liquid in there, because some of that stuff was just absolutely, I would say pure liquid, but almost pure liquid coming out of the bag. It had already started decomposing so quickly. So I'd be curious as we go into the I say winter like it's serious, but Florida winter months where we don't have as many zucchini and watermelon and stuff that we're chowing down on. Will the next time, if let's say we move the bin in October, so October, November, December, so maybe January or around the 3-month marker when we go back to the bottom bin, is that going to change things? I don't know. But for now, I'm going to put a cover on here and take it out to the garden. And I don't know if I'm going to, I don't know. Here, I'll show you guys my theory actually before we call it for today. So I have like a nice, like my vegan mayo jar, and I was thinking of trying to store it in here, my worm tea, and see how it does. But I'm thinking there's gonna be more worm tea that I need to figure out what to do with, so we'll figure that out in a minute. All right, well, thanks for joining me for my first worm tea harvest from my green frog living composter with my vermicomposting red wiggler worms in here. This is 3 months almost worth of worm tea.